And first of all, before I fire everything up and while some more people are trickling in, if someone can throw into the questions panel, I guess number one, can you hear me? And does it sound good? Just throw a quick yes, I can hear you. If you can, please. And then if you can see my screen right now, also let me know. Okay, cool. Thanks, Michael. Thanks, Evans. And if you can see my screen, awesome. Cool. Thanks, Chris. Beautiful. So it looks like we're good to go there. We've got the recording rolling in this. And like I said, we're going to get started here in a few minutes. So I'm going to go grab a glass of water, put myself on mute here for a couple seconds, and I'll be back. Hey guys, I see some more people trickling in here, and like I said, we're going to get started here in about two and a half minutes, right at 11 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern. And yeah, we're going to dive in and we're going to really go through how to get started effectively in the new InvestorCarrot system, kind of some of the changes that have been put into the system here in the last couple months, because there's been a ton, and what really cool changes are coming ahead. So it's going to be a really great workshop, guys and gals. And of course, there's going to be a Q&A at the end. And my entire goal here today is, of course, to hopefully simplify this new system that you got. Hopefully simplify how it's used in your mind, so you can go out there and put it to use even easier than before. So we're going to get started here in about a minute and a half. Go grab a pen and pencil if you want to. But like I said, we are going to have the recording of this up later, so you can go back and check things. And I'm going to try to keep it right around 45 minutes. If we have to go over that, we can go over it. We're going to try not to go over an hour for sure, but I'll stay here as long as y'all need me for Q&A, up to about the 60-minute mark. Then I've got a meeting after that. But as I'm going to go over here in a bit, we're always available for support. We'll get into that later. But we're going to get started here in about a minute. I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, grabbed a glass of water, and it is straight up 11 o'clock Pacific, according to Mr. iPhone here. So we're going to get going, and I know there's still going to be people trickling in here, because people are still coming in about every 10-15 seconds here. And those who, of course, showed up on time get the whole benefit of the entire workshop. Excuse me. Voice is getting a little froggy here. One sec. Those who show up late, of course, can have to go through the recording. So let me go ahead and launch this presentation live. If at any time, guys, if you have questions, shoot them through the questions panel. And I'm going to try to answer most of the questions toward the end of the call. But if it makes sense to answer some of these questions during the call, awesome. Shoot them in there. I'll answer the questions as we go, if it makes sense during that time. But like I said, we are going to have Q&A at the end. And this presentation is going to be partly me kind of showing you around what is in the system, so you can get familiar with it, and then partly actually going on and demoing the most popular parts of the system, as far as the things that you're going to use most often. This particular workshop isn't going to be an advanced workshop, so this isn't going to be We're not going to go over every single feature and every single thing that this system can do today. We just don't have time. But it's more of how to get you from A to B, how to get you using the system quickly and effectively. And then later, we're going to have more advanced workshops where then you can really learn how to make this system hum. So let's go ahead and dive in and get rolling. Okay. Hide the little questions panel here. Okay, so once again, this is your getting started training for InvestorCarrot, and I'm going to go into it a little bit here later. That this is formerly REI Theme, and many of you might know it as REI Theme. You might have joined through that website, but we're going through a cool transition. Lots of good things happening. I'm going to show you guys what that means, but let's go ahead and get started. So what we're going to dive into today is this new InvestorCarrot system that you're on, how to really get started with your system, because you've logged in and probably a little bit confused and really where to start once you've logged in. And we know that, we feel you, and we've got some changes to really simplify things for you, including a getting started wizard, things that will show you around your website. Those will be implemented here within the next 30 days. Training in your website, in your dashboard, and different things to really make this a lot easier for you, including we're working hard on building out our new help section for this new system. So just bear with us, because like I said, we just released InvestorCarrot about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And we're trying to migrate everything over from the old REI theme system. But we're going to show you around the system how to get the most out of it now and in the future, because we've got a lot of changes, cool changes, make things simpler but more powerful. Live demo, show you the help resources so you can continually get help from us as you go. And we'll go into Q&A. So who am I? I'm your instructor today. I'm Trevor Mock. I'm the founder of InvestorCarrot, along with my co-founder, Chris. Chris Carr is our tech lead. Awesome guy. We were working hard together in the office yesterday, really mapping out how to make the system simpler for you guys. So just so you know, once again, if you're confused at all about anything on how to use the system, we're here for you. So we'll help you through it, but also we're working really hard to simplify it, at the same time make it more powerful. If you want to find me on LinkedIn, go ahead and go to linkedin.com/in/Trevor Mock. I'd love to connect with you over there. And some really quick fancy stats. This isn't about me. This call is about helping you dive in and learn the system better, but some fancy stats. Generated over 70,000 real estate leads online, 100% using the internet. So the stuff that we teach is stuff that I've done. It's not theory. We're not web developers who are saying, hey, here's some websites that look cool, we hope they convert. We're internet marketers and investors who have tested things and say, hey, here's the stuff that works. I've been a passive real estate investor since 2004. I'm not an active flipper or wholesaler, things like that. I've been buying small apartment buildings. I had a hand in a mini storage. We're actually closing on another property this next Friday. Really killer deal on it. So I am an active investor, but more on the passive side of things for cash flow. And I'm really passionate about entrepreneurs. And one thing I really love is I created an 8,000 square foot entrepreneur co-work space here in my hometown, small town of Roseburg, Oregon. It's called The Loft. Really awesome space. One of these days I'll show you around in a little video tour, but it's a cool space. That's where I'm working out of right now. And I really love traveling. Mountain biking is a big thing I love. There's a huge mountain biking trail here outside of Roseburg. It's according to the International Mountain Biking Association, it's one of the top 15 ones in the world. So every Wednesday, usually I'm out there mountain biking, but in the afternoons. But we're diving in and doing these calls now. And of course, hanging out with my beautiful wife and kids, which is the reason why we do what we do, and the reason why we use the internet and really leverage the internet so we can spend more time with our family, more time focusing on the things in our business that are important, less time doing the things that get us little results. So the beautiful new phase that we're in right now is, once again, a transition from REI theme, which was the old system, the old branding, to what we're calling InvestorCarrot. And where we came up with the name Carrot, I was thinking long and hard about a new name for this new business, essentially, in the new platform. And when it really boils down, what it really boils down to is your website isn't just a brochure. It shouldn't just be a brochure. It shouldn't be something that's static, that doesn't convert someone to take an action that makes them further along in the process to buy something from you or to work with you as an investor. So really all a website is a carrot. It's a carrot that you're dangling in front of a web visitor, in front of your prospect, in hopes that they'll take action on that carrot, take a bite of that carrot, which in our terms is becoming a lead. And I really, really love the whole, the metaphors that we can tie in with carrot and with farming. And once again, you've got the planting phase, which that's generating traffic. And that's one thing that we really, really focus on, making sure that our websites are optimized to help you generate traffic even better and even more easily. And we're also coming through with training that'll help you do that. And some of you here on the line are working with a gentleman named David. He's really one of the best ones in the United States on generating traffic for investors. So he's helping you do that. But then the next phase is nurturing, is really nurturing that lead, just like you would if you're planting a garden or a carrot. Once again, you got to nurture it after you plant it. And that is collecting the opt-in, following up with email sequences, things like that. And then, of course, in the end, you need to harvest. You need to harvest your crop that you're planting. And in this case, as a real estate investor, those leads you're generating, you need to harvest those leads and turn them into money for you. And that part of the thing is kind of more on you, where you've got to really learn how to make those offers, how to go out and get funding for your deals. We take care of making everything before that easier for you. And in this new release, a little bit of a brain dump on you, and this isn't even everything. This is just something that I sat down and was able to type out a bunch of stuff. And I don't want you to get overwhelmed by this, but I wanted to put this in the beginning so you knew how powerful the system was. And then after this, we're going to simplify it for you. So you only have to focus on the things that you need to do right now, not all the other stuff. So first of all, this new platform is mobile optimized and responsive. All that means is no matter what platform people are viewing your website, cell phone, iPhone, Android, iPad, or here on the computer, our system automatically optimizes that website so it views the best and looks great on whatever device they're looking at. And you can test it out on your own phone and see. Compare yours against a lot of the other real estate investor websites out there. These look great on the phone. They're flexible. We have a powerful, flexible lead page engine. We had one in the old system. This one's a lot more powerful, and we're actually going to be simplifying the lead page system here over the next 30 to 45 days. So once again, whatever you see in the system, we're going to be simplifying things, making things easier to use as we go here. And there's already some done for you, ready to go lead pages in your accounts, whether you have a buyer site or a seller site or the main company site, which is coming out here actually tomorrow. You have lead pages done for you in those already. So you can go in and really start using those lead pages from day one if you want, or you can go create your own with our lead page engine. Dead simple testimonials engine. We have a drag and drop forms creator. So if you want to create your own forms, lead capture forms, or you want to use ours, just edit them around. It's just drag and drop stuff. It's really easy. We've already got several free reports already in your system for you. So for buyers, we have reports for cash buyers, sellers, reports for sellers. Those are already in your system. And we have the Word document files as well. So if you wanted to go in and customize those free reports and upload them to your website with your logo on them and your contact info and stuff, just get a hold of us through support or through live chat, and we'll give you that Word document so you can go ahead and do that. Sophisticated yet simple SEO grader tool. I'm going to show you this here today because this is huge. If you want to get traffic through search engines, through free traffic, which I'm going to show you an example of a website that I set up last week myself, and it's already on page one in Google for a term that gets over 1,000 searches a month. And this is 100% because of the SEO grader tool. Optimized two-step opt-in process. This is something that we've tested a lot of things, and you'll see in a lot of motivated seller websites where the first initial opt-in form is asking for 25 different things from that seller. We've tested things, and when we break up the form into two steps, a shorter form and a start, and then we get the rest of the information on the back, it works better. We've already implemented this into your systems, both seller and buyer. A new simple media uploader, a property listings engine with Google Maps and Google Street View. Really, really customizable. These sites are insanely customizable with some simple clicks of the mouse. I'll show you. And your website, of course, is set up with a starter content pack to get you going, but we really highly advise that you dive in and do some customizations. And we have training that will help you do that. Not in today's call, but there is training that is out there that we're going to be creating more that will help you do that. We also do a quick done for you base SEO for your market. So we search engine optimize your site for specific keyword terms for your market. And then after that, you can go and it gives you a little head start, basically, is what it does. We've pre-written some auto response copy for you. Social media integration, Facebook, Google Plus, LinkedIn, Twitter, those share functions are now on your website, and you can choose to use them or not. So it's really easy. You can turn them on, turn them off, choose which ones to put on there. Like if you want a Facebook like button on your pages, you can have that. Really simple and easy, and there's a lot more. And like I said, this is just some of the stuff, and I don't want it to overwhelm you, but I wanted to show you some of the things that there are in the system that are at your fingertips, and then we're going to dive in and make things simpler for you. So first things first, logging in. After you join, of course, you should have gotten an email with your login details, with your username and password. And first of all, I apologize if there's any confusion on those emails, once again, because we're really working hard on simplifying things, and every bit of feedback that we get from you guys, we're putting to work, and every day we're making things better. So if you have any feedback on, hey, this was confusing, or hey, this wasn't as easy as it should have been, or hey, where's this? Let us know, because we're going to be fixing those things and making them even easier for you. So to log in, there's a couple places you can log in. Either one works. Choose the one that you want to save on your computer. We highly suggest that you save it as a bookmark in your browser so you don't forget. But you can log in at any time by going to our main website, oncarrot.com/my-sites. And in this transition from REI theme to Carrot, we're going to be switching over our main company website, which is currently reitheme.com. We're switching that over to oncarrot.com actually tomorrow. So if you go to oncarrot.com right now, you'll see there's not much there. Tomorrow it'll be fully switched over. But at any time you can log into your websites at oncarrot.com/my-sites or www.yourdomain.com/admin. So if your website is abcrealestate.com, you just go to abcrealestate.com/admin, and that'll take you to your login page. And the really cool thing is, if you have multiple websites in our system, you only need one login. So you log into one place. You can log into the oncarrot.com/my-sites, and it'll list all of the websites that are in your platform. So you can go ahead and, let's say you want to edit your buyer site right now. You click that in your listing of the websites that you own. So here's a quick tour. First of all, I want to show you around the structure of these websites. And the really cool thing is, once again, that everything you see, even in this screenshot, can be customized and edited really quick. And I'm going to show you some of those things, but we don't have to have time to show everything about all the customizations you can do today. But there will be more trainings up in the help section that will walk you through everything. So if you love the way that the website looks right now, awesome, keep it that way. If you want to change some elements around, for instance, get rid of the sidebar, you can do that with one click of the mouse, or change the picture in the background of what we call the hero section. One click of the mouse, really easy. So keep your mind open that if you want to make changes to your site, almost everything you see here can be changed crazy easily. So we'll start at the top, and I wanted to go through this first, because to really understand your website, and not just this website, but any website, to really understand a website, I think you should understand kind of some elements of the site and what we call them anyway. And knowing what we call them and knowing where they are will really help you to customize your site better, or when you're talking with us on support, to really know, hey, I'm talking about the sidebar, I want this image switched out, that kind of thing. But at the top, you've got your header area. And the header mainly is for your logo. You've got a top navigation up there, of course, but the logo, once again, you can upload your own logo. It takes 13 seconds to do so. If you don't have a logo, don't worry about it. You can email us anytime at support@oncarrot.com, and we can help you out with that. There's some really quick and simple ways to make a logo. For instance, this one that I made right there in this screenshot, I made it in about 5 minutes using Microsoft PowerPoint, if you can believe that. So all I did was took an image that was a royalty-free image, so that means I can use that image there with a little house and leaf. I took some font, put it next to it, and then I took a screenshot of it, and I uploaded it. So once again, if you need help on a logo, let us know. We'll help you. Don't let that be a barrier for you, because that's something that can be taken care of in minutes. And like I said, we can help you with that. The main navigation menu. So that blue bar there, which once again, you can change the colors of that to be any colors that would suit your company's brand. That's what we call the main navigation. That's where your navigation links are to bounce between pages. So if you want to change those links, if you don't want certain links in there, you want to add different ones really easily. You can do it really easily. The hero section is this next section. This is something you can turn on or turn off. You don't have to have this in your website, and I'll show you where to turn it on and turn it off. And you can do it with each page. So let's say you wanted the hero section on your home page, but you don't want it on your other pages, and that's the way that your site is set up by default. Or let's say you do want a hero section on this other page, but you want a different free report opt-in box. That's all something you can do crazy easy. I'm going to show you how to do it here. And then below that, we've got the main content section. And this is, of course, where your content is. This is where you type the information for your pages. And this is highly important for search engine optimization, of course. And I'm going to show you some tools that we have. But once again, we have trainings away from today's call that will dive in and help you get familiar with search engine optimization so you can really give yourself a better edge. Bouncing over to the right side at the top, you can see the home and contact us links. Those are what we call the top nav menu. If you don't want any links up there, you can delete the menu. It takes, once again, 14 seconds. If you want different links in there, you can add new things. So I'm going to show you where those are. And then last, you've got the sidebar. And the sidebar, by default, your website has a sidebar on every page. You can see there the sidebar on this particular website. This was built with a cash buyer website. It has an image that links to a lead page or a squeeze page. It's got the recent posts from the blog. I really like that kind of stuff. I really like showing some different things that a person can take action on the website. But some users we've had want it simpler. They don't want a sidebar on their website. They just want one column with all of their content on it. And I'm going to show you how you can choose to delete your sidebar. You can add another sidebar if you wanted to. You can move the sidebar to the left side of your website. I'm going to show you how to do that once again, because this is all stuff that you can do inside of this system, because we've made it so heavily customizable so you can make it really look the way you want it to, and it's dead simple. I think the biggest thing is we just need to show you, of course, in a simpler way where to find that stuff. Next, after we've kind of familiarized you with the structure of the websites. Next, I want to show you the structure of your dashboard, and this is something, once again, that's going to change pretty significantly here in the next 30 to 45 days. This center section, that's the center section that's gray, that we call the main dashboard. Right now, it's got a few elements in it. It's just got some kind of things to let you know how many posts and pages you have, how many opt-ins you've had on your forms, that kind of stuff. And we know that this dashboard right now can be a lot more useful. So we've got in the works right now website statistics. Those are going to be built into your dashboard. So anytime you can log in and you can see how many visitors are on your site today, where they came from, what search terms they were typing into Google to find your website. We're also going to have some really cool things to help you implement your website better. So little wizards that walk you through, hey, we see you haven't put up a blog post yet. Maybe you want to go put up a blog post. We'll show you how to do that kind of thing. So just keep an eye on that dashboard, because we're going to be making it really cool, really effective for you to help you get more traffic, help you get more leads, and make the system simpler to use. Then on the left side, this is kind of where all the action happens. This is the dashboard menu. And in that menu, that's where you make everything happen. And we're going to really dive in and show you where things are, where the most common things are today, so you can dive in and get started today. So here's another shot on that dashboard menu, and I'm just going to run through kind of explaining what each one of these tabs means to you. And we're not going to be able to go into every single one of these in detail today. We're just going to go through the most common ones, so you can really get started once again. We have other trainings where we'll take you in depth on some of these other ones if you really want to make the system hum. First of all, at the top, there's the My Sites link. So when you log in, you can click that link at any time, and you can see all of the websites that you have in your account. So let's say you have 3 websites. You've got a cash buyer site, a seller site, and you've got a main company website. This is how you can bounce back and forth between all of your websites without having to go log into each one. So you go to My Sites, it brings up a listing of all of your websites, and then you can view your site, you can edit it, things like that. I'll show it to you. Tutorials and help, that's a new section that we put in with InvestorCarrot, and you can click that at any time, and there's categories for help. You click those categories and it'll dive into the tutorials, and that's something that we're simplifying as well. Once again, we're really going to be working on simplifying our tutorials and help section, so there's a better search function, so you can find stuff more quickly. Give us feedback, please. Bumping on down now, you've got posts, and posts is simply blog posts. So if you want to do a blog, which we highly suggest you do a blog on at least one of your websites, it really helps with search engine optimization big time. You can get great search results without blogging. You definitely can. But to get really great results and to bump it to the top of the search rankings for competitive markets, you're going to have to put fresh content on your website. And that's where you do through posts. You've got your intake forms, so that's under the forms section. And by default, all of your forms are already created. So you've already got opt-in forms, you've already got forms for your cash buyers, forms for your sellers, forms for your private lenders if you've got a main company site or buyer site. But if you want to go in and edit those forms, let's say you don't like some of the fields that we're asking for in our forms, you want to add a field, or you want to add a drop-down box, or you want to delete some stuff, or you want to create your own forms from scratch, you can do that right in there. Pages is where you edit the content on pages. I'm going to show you what pages are, but pages are essentially the rest of the content on your website that aren't blog posts. So your contact page, that's a page. Your about page that tells the visitors about your company, that is a page. So you click pages, you'll see a listing of all the pages on your website. You can dive in and edit those at any time. You can delete pages if you're not using them. We would suggest not deleting pages unless you're 120% sure you're never going to use them, because quite often we'll get people going through and deleting pages they think that they're not going to use. Then 2 weeks later, they're like, man, I wish I wouldn't have deleted it. They come back to us saying, hey, I deleted this page, and we have to go through and recreate it for them. Just a big pain in the rear. So if you don't want a page, you don't have to delete it. But we're going to show you how to get those pages off your navigation menu if you don't want to use them. Then the lead pages section is where you create squeeze pages. We call them lead pages, but we're going to show you that. Testimonials, of course. And then appearance is where all of the branding and colors stuff happens. So if you want to change the colors on your website or upload a logo or any of that kind of stuff, it's done through appearance. And we're going to show you that stuff. So let's go ahead and this is what we're going to show you. I'm going to bounce off of here and I'm going to dive in online. And we're going to look at stuff, but now let's look at the most common things that you'll use. So once again, that's what this getting started call is on. And this isn't on how to use everything in detail on the website, on your system. We're going to go into appearance and branding so you can get your website looking the way you want it to in under an hour. Really quick stuff. Number 2, we're going to show you how to change some of the content on your website, like posts and pages, because that's one of the next things that we would really suggest that you do. After you've got the colors and branding the way you want it, is go in and customize your content. So your content in your website is unique to you and your business, because that's really, really important. And also for search engine optimization, because of course we can't create 100% unique content for every one of our users for free. So we have certain base content packages that, let's say, all of the buyer websites have this base content package, and it works. It's optimized for search engines, and we optimize it for your local market. But you should dive into that content and change some of the things so Google doesn't look at it as what they call duplicate content. And there's more on that in the SEO section. We're going to go into lead pages, how to use those, how to start putting those on Craigslist or whatever, so you can drive traffic to them and get leads this week, and then SEO. So let's go ahead and dive in. And I'm going to bounce over to see if there's any questions. Oh, guys, not seeing the slideshow. Okay. So it looks like there was a delay there. So what I'll do, guys and gals, can you see my screen now? Are things moving around now? If so, I'll send you guys the slides. I'll send you guys the slides after this so you can see all the slides that we were going through. But can people see my screen now? I'm going to hop over to the internet. Can you see my screen on the internet browser? Let's see. Sorry about this, guys. I'm not sure what the issue is here. Okay. Okay, so you guys can see it now. It looks like there was a little bug in the webinar software. All I had to do was turn screen showing off and then turn it back on. So that's the beauty of technology. But anyway, like I said, guys, I'm really sorry about that. So here's the common things that we're going to show you about the system right now: the appearance and branding, content posts pages, how to use your lead pages. So you can start getting leads this week in search engine optimization with our system. So once again, big apologies on the screen, the slides not showing. So I'll have the slide downloads next to the replay of this video so you guys can look at those things. Okay, cool. Glad we got her now. I'm just going to go through. I'm just deleting some of these questions so I can make sure that questions that come in are at the top. There were a lot of them. Thanks, guys. The bad thing is that when you launch with GoToWebinar, when you launch into your presentation, you can't see the questions. Really pain in the rear. So sorry about that. But okay, cool. Got it set. So those things we're going to dive into. So first of all, once again, you got to log in. And here is that on carrot.com/my-sites. So if you were to log in here, it'll take you to, of course, your different websites. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in with my demo account here, see if I can remember my password. Okay, cool. So you can see right there with this demo account, you can see it's showing here's the 3 websites that I have in this account. So when you log into yours, this is what you'll see as well if you log in through the oncarrot.com/my-sites. And from there, you can view the site. So you can click that and it'll take you to your website, or you can dive in and start editing the website. And we're going to dive in and start editing some things, starting with, once again, the appearance and branding on things. So here's a website that I set up last week. And this website, literally, I bought the domain name KlamaFallsApartments.net. I bought it on, I think it was Tuesday last week. And within a couple hours, I had the website looking like this. And of course, I'm very familiar with the system because our team built it. But anyone on this webinar right now can do the same thing if you learn a couple things. So I went in here, and you can see I didn't like some of the links at the top that were by default on a cash buyer website. So I went ahead and moved some. I deleted some of the links, and I changed it. So I added location, FAQ, and apply online. And if you guys want to, you can go to KlamaFallsApartments.net and bounce around. This is an actual website that I set up for myself for a rental property I own that we're looking to rank well for a search term, Klamath Falls Apartments, that gets a little over 1,000 searches a month. So if we can rank #1 for that, I think we'll be doing a pretty good job making sure our units are full all the time. So we put a new image back here into the hero section. So I know you guys didn't get to see the screenshot for this on the because the slides were frozen. But when you look at the slide notes, the slide PDFs I'll give you guys, you'll see that this is what we call the hero section. It's got the image back there. It's got this text up here, which everything can be changed. And then we have a section over here where you can put an opt-in box. I went ahead and decided to do a free apartment renter's guide, which I still need to change the back end of this because we haven't even written that guide yet. But just for illustration purposes, you can see it. And then scrolling on down here, I went ahead and changed my content. So the content just wasn't that was by default in a cash buyer website, of course, isn't geared toward rental properties. So I went in here, I just started typing content, editing content. And in our search engine optimization tutorials, we'll show you how to really make sure that the content you're doing is search engine optimized. And actually, I used our SEO tool that I'm going to show you to make sure that this page was search engine optimized for a term that I know is going to get traffic. And then you can see over here, here's the sidebar section I was talking about. So you've got a picture here that links to what we call a lead page. So you can see right there, it links to a lead page, and your websites are already set up like this. So from day one, people can land in your website, opt in to your pages, and they will be opting into your site. And then I've got a couple blog posts that shows recent posts, and then some testimonials. And by default, we have some testimonials for you already in there, just to put something in there. If you want to delete those, by all means do it. I'll show you where to do that. So first of all, we're gonna change around some of the branding on these sites. I'm going to bounce over to a demo website that we have going. We're just going to go ahead and use this sellerdemo.oncarrot.com. And you can see if you got a motivated seller site, this is exactly how yours looked the day that you got it. Looked just like this, same content, except your website was optimized for your particular market. Rather than saying Portland, your website's going to say other things. So let's go ahead and change the colors. Let's say we don't want blue here, but we want a different color. I'm just going to go ahead and go to the dashboard. Make sure I'm in the right dashboard here. Okay. Need to log into the dashboard in this one. Cool. So I'm on the dashboard for the seller demo site, and I'm going to change the colors around. So I'm going to go down to appearance, and then you can see a few options. You see appearance, nav menus, and sidebar. So those things that I showed you earlier, your navigation menus, like these. This is your navigation menu. This is a navigation menu. You can change those through your appearance tab. So I'm just going to go ahead and once again go to appearance. I'm going to go to appearance because we're going to be changing our colors and stuff like that. Okay, so first of all, you're going to start out on the logo page. So right now there's a placeholder logo there, but you can add your own logo. You simply just select upload, and then you go ahead and drag your logo from your computer over to this area, and then it will upload it right to your website. Then you click Save Changes. If you don't have a logo, once again, email us at support@oncarrot.com, and we can help you create a really simple one. Once again, don't get bogged down on logo stuff, because that's something that if you want a dead simple one can be created in 10 minutes. If you want one that's more sophisticated, that's something that we can help you with as well with our logo service. But go ahead and go to styling and layout, and you can kind of bounce around it and play with this a little bit on your own website if you want. But there's a few main options to really make your website look different and look cool. So let's say rather than having this, let's go back to my, it's going to go to the home page. That's one of our seller lead pages. So let's say rather than having this background, this kind of gray hatch background, we want to make it a little bit different. We want to make the background kind of, let's just make it white. Let's make it, no color background at all. All I did was went to the background color. I dragged it to the color that I wanted. If you wanted it to be purple, you could do that as well. I dragged it to white. I'm going to click Save All Changes, and you can see that thing says Options Updated. I'm going to go back to this website. So this is one we're working on. Refresh, and okay, this changes didn't take effect in my browser yet. Oh, okay, the problem is I didn't delete this image here, so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this image off of here so you can see it was overriding that. Click Save Changes. Refresh, and it's a white background now. If you wanted a black background or a different color, or if you wanted a different image, if you wanted a different color image or something like that, or even some people, it's really cool. Some people will upload a high quality image of their city, and that can look really cool sometimes, where it's the actual, it's a real picture that is your background image. So that's where you would do that right through there. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace this with the image that was already there. Click Upload, Save Changes, and now that's going to put it back to the background image that I had before. But you can do all kinds of stuff. Here's the background. I'm going to go ahead and go to Primary Navigation. And Primary Navigation is where you're going to make the biggest impact on changing the colors of your website, because this is the primary navigation right here, this blue area. So let's say my colors are different, and you're going to go ahead and go to primary navigation, go to background color, and now let's say my colors are green. So I'm just going to go down here, find a green that I like. That's my colors. Kind of this darker one looks good. And then right here, you can tell when I hover over this, a kind of lighter shade of blue comes up. So we need to make sure that we're changing this to a little bit lighter shade of green. So you can see here's the background color. Now here's our hover background color, and that's that color that you're going to see when you hover over the links. I'm just going to go down to here, make this a little bit lighter shade of green, so you can see that's darker, that's lighter. I'm going to keep the text color the same. So right now we have it as white, and you can see the color is white right there. I'm just going to go ahead and go up and click Save Changes. And then I'll refresh, and you can see how quickly those colors were changed. So you can see now it's green. I hover over it, it's a lighter shade of green. So that's one of the first big impacts of branding on your website that you can do. Upload your logo if you have one. If not, contact us. And then go find the color scheme that works for you. And that makes a huge, huge visual impact on the look of your website. And that's something literally you can do within 10 minutes of getting after this off of this webinar. The next thing, if you want to really kind of get into customizing some more things, is you can customize. Let's say you don't like this text in here. You wanted some kind of different looking text rather than Arial. You want Times New Roman or something like that. You can do that through the typography area. And right now you can see we've got Helvetia chosen. You can go through and choose a different type of text. Let's say you wanted to choose that Times New Roman once again. You can choose Times New Roman, click Save Changes, and that's going to be updated. Another thing that you can do really cool. So this is something actually we're doing on our main company site. We want to make it a little bit different. Is if you don't want this, we call it a boxed layout. If you don't want this little box thing around the outside of your site, you can get rid of that. Just one click of the mouse, and I'll show you how. All you have to do is turn box layout style off. So you just check mark it, click Save Changes, and you're going to see now that there isn't going to be the box around it, but my background image is still there. So that one background image I put there. Now let's say that I really want to make this look different. I'm going to yank that background image off of there. I'm kind of bouncing around here, but I'm going to yank that background image off of here. Click Save Changes. And I'm only doing this illustrating to show how quickly you can change the branding and the look and feel of your website if you want to. I know it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of learn it, but you can see how quickly I did it. So I made this website look quite a bit different. If I would upload a logo there, this website would look almost custom. And you can see I took the background image off. I took that little box layout off. I changed my colors, and this website looks really, really good. So I would just urge you to dive around. If you want the website to look a lot different, you can change almost everything in there, including the color of these buttons. So we've tested things, and orange converts really, really well for buttons. But if you wanted a green button on all of your squeeze pages, just go ahead and change that color through, once again, appearance, links and buttons. And let's say you wanted your button to be green. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag this down to green. And then the color that you want that button to be when people hover over it, a little bit lighter shade of green. Click Save Changes, and you're going to see this button color is going to be green now. So really quick and simple once again, and don't get bogged down and not knowing how to do this. Email us, hit us up on live chat. We'll help you do this kind of stuff. So next, guys and gals, so that's kind of the main stuff that you can do really, really quickly on appearance and branding. And there's more things as well that you can do, but those are the quick things that you can do to really make your site look the way you want. Next, you should really dive in and edit the content on your website. Not everything, but really go in and kind of make the content your own. So I'm going to go back to dashboard. And once again, the system has a really, really powerful blog post engine on it. So you can do blog posts. And we suggest at least doing a blog post a month at the bare minimum. Weekly blog posts, even better. And we have a whole training session on how to effectively do blog posts, and so you don't get writer's block, and so the blog posts actually generate traffic for you. But this is where you go do blog posts. But for this particular session, we really want to just make it so you dive in and once again get the high leverage things out of the way your first week, first 2 weeks in the system. And that's going in and editing some of the pages that are already there. So to edit a page, you simply go to Pages, And then you scroll down, you can find the title of the page you want to edit. Let's say you want to edit your about page. We call it the Our Company page. Just go ahead and click that. And it brings up the page editor, and you can see all the content in here. You can upload images if you want to. So let's say I want to upload an image right here. I'll click Add Media. And we already have some images uploaded in your account into what we call the media library. So you can click Media Library and you can choose some of the images that are already in there, or you can upload your own image from your computer, which is really great. I'm just going to go ahead and upload an image that's already in my library. I'm just going to put this little arrow in there just for the heck of it. Insert into page. And I'm going to go ahead and make it so it bumps over to the left side of the page. And you can see how quickly it was to put an image in there. So you can put an image of your company, of your team there if you wanted to, or you don't have to put any images in there. And then down here, we've got a couple spots for your team. And we really do highly suggest putting your face or your team's faces on the website. It just really builds credibility. If someone is going to work with you, they want to know that they're working with people. So if you have some pictures of your team, we suggest just going in and swapping these ones out. Put in your picture there, so you can just delete that one. And same thing like I did before. Put your cursor where you want that image to go, just like Microsoft Word. Click Add Image. And we're just going to go ahead and throw George Harrison in there. So George Harrison is now on your team. If you want to make an image bigger or smaller, you click this little icon right there, and now you can edit that image. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it 60% as big as it currently is. And we'll see what that looks like. That looks pretty good. And we can go ahead and update page. And at any time, you can view your page and see what it looks like by clicking this little view page link. And I'm just going to click that. It pops it up, and you can see those changes I just made. I threw that image in there. And you can see George Harrison is now on my team. And everything on this page, once again, you can edit. So I would suggest going in and writing out some stuff that's about your company, what you guys do, that kind of stuff. And there's some other pages in here that would probably make sense just to go through and put your own spin to them. Your homepage is a great example. I'm just going to go ahead and go to the homepage of this particular demo site, so you can see that we're working on the same thing. And I'm going to show you what this hero section is, because this is a biggie. If you really like the look of this, which we do, and it really does help to convert traffic to leads, you can keep this. You can add a new picture, and I'm going to show you how to do it. If you don't like this, I'm going to show you how to take it off with one click of the mouse. So I'm in the homepage editing section, and you can see here's the content that you see in the homepage. We buy, this is what we call short codes, and this is how we actually populate your city that you invest in all throughout your website to help you with search engine optimization. But this website is going to say we buy Portland houses. You can see we buy Portland houses, sell your house fast. That's this content. So if I wanted to add a picture here, same thing, add a picture. Maybe delete this paragraph if you wanted to and write your own version of that paragraph of the types of people that you work with and types of houses that you buy. Edit some of this content to really put your own spin to it. If you have testimonials from deals you've done, put some in there. If you don't worry about it. That kind of thing. So that's how you can edit that content once again that goes here. Just go in and put your own spin to it. And then scroll on down, and I'm going to show you the SEO tool here in a bit, because that's going to be the last section I'm going to go over. And I'm going to try to hurry here, because we're right at 45 minutes right now. But down here is the hero section. So the hero section, once again, is what I mentioned. That is this area right up here. You got that nice looking image in the background. You have some content here, and you have a form that you can put there. You can get rid of that if you want, or you can change the content. So let's say that you want this right here to say something else. Just a note, we have optimized this content, that tag, and this right here for search terms. So you can see this is optimized for we buy houses in Portland. Your website, if it's a seller site, is going to be optimized for we buy houses in your city. So if you go ahead and if you change these things, make sure that you're changing them in a way to where you're optimizing them for whatever keyword is that you're wanting to go after. If you're not wanting to go after we buy houses, that keyword, find out which keyword you want to. We're going to show you how to do the keyword research, and then do that, because that's really important for your search engine optimization. I just wanted to put that out there. Sorry about that. Too many windows open. So let's say I wanted to change this to, I didn't want the word guaranteed in there. I'm just going to say fast. So I type that, fast, click update, and it's going to change this right here. So it's going to say get a fast, fair, all cash offer now. And you can see it just changed. So that's where you edit this kind of stuff in the hero section. So go to the edit page, scroll down, go to hero section options, and that's where you edit all this kind of stuff. You can put a video right here if you want to, a YouTube video. You can put a picture here, whatever you wanted to do. The next thing is, let's say you wanted a different opt-in form over here. So rather than this need to sell your house fast one, you want to put a free report opt-in form, or you want to put your own opt-in form that you created through our forms engine, or you wanted to put an opt-in form from a totally different system. Let's say you have an account with Aweber or with another system that will give you an embed code to create opt-in forms. You just do that right here. So select opt-in form. Right now we've got the need to sell your house fast form. Let's say we wanted to have this foreclosure guide form there instead. We can just select that, click update. I'm just going to go ahead and go back and refresh. And you can see now it's the stop foreclosure guide opt-in form. And we switched it out really, really quickly and simply. I'm going to go ahead and switch this back to what it was before, need to sell your house fast. And we're good. And I'm just going to go ahead and click update. It's going to update it back with that one. And now I'm going to show you how to get rid of the hero section or enable it on other pages if you want. So on your home page, by default, the hero section is there. Once again, it looks a lot like this. If you don't want that there, I'm going to show you how to do that. Just go ahead and click that checkbox and it's gone. Click update. Once it's done updating, refresh your page and you can see it's gone now. So if you want a simpler looking website without that hero section, just one click of the mouse and it's gone. But just as easily, one click of the mouse on any page and you can enable it. So I'm just going to go ahead and enable it. The content that I had there before was already there. So I'm just going to go ahead and click update, and you can see now it's going to be back on the page like it was before. Really quick and simple, guys and gals. One last thing I'm going to show you on the hero section, because I'm showing you this because this is one of the biggest visual impacts that a visitor is going to see when they land on your home page. So it's really important that if you wanted to change it, here's how to do it. So we suggest that if you want to make even a better visual impact and build more credibility, that you swap out our stock image back here with one from maybe your city, so it looks like a house in your area. And the way that you do that is really simple. You go down here to the featured image section. And let's say you wanted to select a different featured image. Let's say I wanted to select this one. The problem with this one right here is it's not sized right, but I would go ahead and select, I would do set featured image. You can see it's there now. If I were to update this page with that, now that image is going to be the background. So if you want a different image back here, one that's of your city or something like that, kind of like I did over here, you can see on this Klamath Falls Apartments one, I actually put a picture of that apartment building back here. And it looks really, really good, and it took a couple minutes. You can do the same thing. If you have problems with getting the image the right way or the right size, let me know. You can see right here our recommended image size for that image is 980 by 480. If you don't know what that means, no big deal. Email us. We'll help you with it. So don't get bogged down in any of this stuff. The last thing, so that's page editing once again, and that's pretty much all you really need to know about page editing. Here's a couple of other things. If you don't want social media links, so I'm just going to go back to this page and scroll down. You can see here I have the Google Plus on here. I've got the like button, the tweet button. If you don't want those, if you're just not into that kind of thing, you can always click hide social sharing buttons, go click update, and those are going to be gone. Okay, so you can totally customize everything if you want. I'm going to bounce over and see if there's any questions right now. If there's any questions on this, I'll answer them. If not, I'm going to keep on pushing forward. Okay, cool. So Matthew, are you talking about? Okay, so how do you upload your own images? Great question. So if you're wanting to upload an image on, let's say, a page, so I'm going to go right here, and here's this page, and let's say I want to upload an image on this page right here. So you select where you want to upload it at. So I'm putting my cursor where I want that image to be. and I want it right there. Click Add Media. And if you already have an image uploaded into your system that you want to use, you can just select it right there through Media Upload. But if you want to upload your own from your computer, go ahead and click Upload Files. And I'm just going to go over here, and let's say I want to add this image of this house. It's here on my computer, you can see. So I'm just going to take this house, drag it right over here onto the screen. It's being uploaded, so you can see now it's on my site. You can, for search engine optimization reasons, you can title it so it's keyword phrases: "We buy houses Portland." Alt text, and this is certain SEO stuff. Once again, I'm not going to go into detail on SEO today. We buy houses fast Portland. And then down here, you can choose what you want that image to look like once you've uploaded it. Alignment, do you want it to be on the left side of your page, right or center? I'm going to choose left. Do you want that image to be linked to something, like another page or whatever? I'm just going to click no. And then you can choose how big you want that image to be on the thing. So I'm just going to click medium, and you can always resize that image once it gets on your page. So you can see it's on the page, and let's say I want it to be a little bit smaller. Any image on your website, you can click these two options, come up. This one deletes the image, this one edits it. I'm going to click edit, shrink it down to about 80%. And there's some other advanced settings in here. If you want a little bit of space on either side of the image, once again, don't get bogged down in this stuff. That adds a little bit of extra space. Click update, you can see it's nice, pretty in there. If you don't have a specific page that you want to upload media in, let's say you have a document, a PDF document that you want to upload into your website. You do all that through media. So I'm going to click media, and this is where all of your media is stored. So if you want to upload a new piece, a new picture, a PDF document, whatever, click add new. And then the same thing I did before, find that document on your computer. So here's mine over here. Drag it over. You can see it put it right there. So now I can go ahead and use that. And I can one really cool feature too, guys and gals, I haven't mentioned, you can actually edit images inside of your website system. So if you want to crop an image, find that image through your media section, click edit. And here's a little crop thingy up here. Just go ahead and let's say I just want this, I want it to look like this. I just want that section in there. Click crop. It crops it down right there. I'm going to save it. So now this image, I just cropped it directly inside of this platform, which is really, really cool. You can do that with your logos, the whole thing. So great question, Matthew. Okay, so Michael, great question on the hero image. So you're mentioning that the hero image is mostly hidden behind there. Can we make the box smaller? The answer is yes. The box will size based on how much content you have in there. So let's say we wanted less content in there. We would just go ahead and go. I'm going to go back to that home page. Go to the home page. Go back down to our hero section once again. So let's say you wanted less content in there that would make more image show. But the thing is, I want to throw this out there for conversion reasons. We want to make sure that the content is more important than the image for converting a person who's on your website to a lead. So you want to make sure that you're using these spaces wisely to convert that person to a lead. I think having the image back there makes it look nice. But if let's say you don't even want this here, you don't even want an opt-in box, that'll show a lot more content. So I'm just going to go click none under select opt-in form, click none, and I'm going to go here. I'm going to get rid of. Actually, I'm going to click update, and this has got that one I uploaded, and it's not sized right. So I'm going to be curious to see what it looks like here. It's going to be probably huge. Yeah, you can see there I uploaded a picture that was too big. So you can see how big it was. But if you wanted a picture that was that big, you could do that. I'm going to go back and I'm going to remove this featured image. I'm just going to slam a different one in here because that other one was way too big. This one I'm uploading to now just isn't sized right. So you can see it wasn't sized right at all. But you can see if we had that old image in here, you can see how much more room we just now made on the right side. So if we were to swap that other image back, it would look great right there. So that's one way you can free up more space if you want to get rid of the opt-in box. I wouldn't suggest it, or you would go down and just once again shorten the amount of content you have here, and that would free up more space. But once again, our goal is to convert leads, not to show pretty images everywhere. Will this work for videos as well? Brian, great question. Yeah, so for videos, for the hero section over here where we've got content, you put in the YouTube link, and that will put a video in there for you. If you have questions on that, if it's not working for you for whatever reason, email us or hit us up on live chat, and we'll help you do it, because you can put YouTube videos there, and that's a killer idea, putting the YouTube video next to an opt-in box. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this opt-in box back over, and I'm going to remove this image. I don't have the link to the other image. I shouldn't have deleted our other image in there. That's going to get rid of that, and you're going to see, okay, so by default, if you don't have any images, it's going to have that. And I put the wrong form in there. Sorry, guys, about this. I forgot the name of that form. I think this was the right one. But that's the cool thing, is once again, you're not going to hurt anything by choosing different options and trying them out to see what they look like. So you can see there, yeah, put a video there. That would be killer. It would look great. Okay, so Matthew, I hope I answered your question on how to upload your own images from your computer. So now I'm going to bounce through, and we're running a little bit long on time. I'm going to keep on going, guys and gals. If you want to stay on, awesome. We're going to have this full thing recorded. If you got to go somewhere else, no big deal. So I just showed you the basics of diving in and editing some content. And now what we're going to do is, now once you've kind of customized a little bit of the content, so you've given it your own spin, maybe changed some colors, maybe threw some different pictures in there, maybe on deals you've done, or whatever it is you want to do. Once again, if you get bogged down in this stuff, let us know. We'll help you. Next thing you want to do is you want to start getting leads. And we've got a lead page engine built in here that will help you more easily get leads. I'm just going to go ahead and go to lead pages. And as of right now, this is what the lead page section looks like. Here in about 30 to 45 days, we're going to have a whole area up here where you can choose a template. So you can say, oh, I like the look of this one, because there's going to be a picture of it. You choose it, it's going to launch you into that. So now you can start editing it. Right now, by default, you've got several lead pages that we've created for you that you can start using today. And I would suggest sometime today or this week, just diving in and kind of familiarizing with yourself. And once again, we're going to be simplifying the heck out of this over the next month. So give us feedback. We'd love the feedback, so we're building in things to make it simpler and more powerful for you right now. But let's say I want to look at this one right here, the We Buy Houses lead page. And to view that page, all you got to do is hover over it and click this view. If you want to see what it looks like, click view. It's going to bring it up. And you can see it's going to already have your city in there, so your market. It's already going to have your phone number in there. All this stuff's already there. The forum is already going to be there. So you can start using this lead page if you want, putting it on Craigslist, putting it on your business cards or whatever it is. And you would just go there, grab the URL. So just copy that URL of your website, and that's it. And then you start marketing that URL, driving it to people. Let's say I want to look at this one. So I'm just going to click view here. And once again, these are just ones we've created for you. If you want to create your own, or if you don't like ours, you can create your own. And we have tutorials being built this week that will show you step by step how to create your own lead pages. So you can see this one, it's kind of cool. It's got a background image in here, which you can change the background image. I'll show you how. It's got all the content. You can change all this content. You can put a video here if you wanted to. It's got the form over here. So these are really built for conversion. They're based off of pages that we've tested ourselves and work. And here's a version of that same lead page where we're giving away the free report. And once again, the free report's already attached to your website. This one just looks different. It's the same content, just has a different background and stuff. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to actually go to the cash buyer website this time. There's some cool lead pages over there. So once again, I'm going to lead pages. Here's a really cool one. If you have a cash buyer website where you're generating cash buyer leads, here's one on handyman properties. So we put a picture of an ugly property in the background. See our local fixer-upper properties. And then, of course, people opt in. They're put on the list. And now they're on your cash buyers list. And these ones work really, really well. They're cool looking, but they work great for conversion. So this might be something you put on a Craigslist ad and post a Craigslist ad once a week, or something you put in your signature, your email signature, as you're emailing to people and as you're conversing with people day to day. They'll get curious. Oh, I want to invest in properties. I'll click that and they go here to see your local fixer-upper properties. Or once again, we have a bunch of different ones in here that you can already use and start using. This one's for cash buyers. So if you got the cash buyer website, once again, you've got these ones. Here's one we call the Warren Buffett investment advice one, where we've got Warren Buffett, which really helps build credibility. We got a video here of him talking about, if I had a way of buying a couple hundred, why the real estate investment market is a great thing to invest in right now. And then, of course, over here, it's okay. You're sold on the fact that you should be buying homes, single-family homes for rentals. Why don't you go ahead and opt in and get on our cash buyers list to see the deal? So let's go ahead and edit one of these lead pages right now. Let's edit this one right here to show you how to do it. So it's very similar to editing a page. This is that page. I'm just going to go ahead and click edit, or you can click the name of it. And same thing. So here's the content. So this is exactly the same as doing a blog post or editing a page. So we've kept it simple for you. Let's say you wanted a video here. You could do a video there. Now here's a few cool things about the lead page engine. Once again, it's highly customizable. If you want to just use the pages as we have them created for you, awesome. Go use them. They're built for conversion. We've tested these and they work. Let's say you want something different. Let's say rather than having this big old space here, you want some content there. So we went ahead and we've already written some content for that page. And now here's where we really get in detail about editing up our lead page. And we've got whole tutorials on this once again, so don't think you have to remember this. I'm going to go ahead and there's this page element section, and you can see right now there's no content over here, nothing at all. But you can see up here we've written some content. So all we got to do is go to content. Right now it's hidden. I'm going to make it visible. Click update. I'm going to refresh this page. And now you can see there's some content here. So there's content. I can put a video here once again. Do whatever you want to do. And it took a click of the mouse to launch it live. Let's say I'm going to hide that content, but I want a different picture. You don't like that picture in the background. You can either set no picture. Let's say you don't want any picture at all. Or you can upload your own picture. So you would just click upload, or you can delete the picture that's in there, and then you would upload your own. Let's say I'm going to delete this one. Let's select a different one. I'm going to choose this one right here with some nice looking people on the beach. They're going to be looking at the opt-in form. I'm going to click update. Refresh this puppy. And this shows you how darn powerful this lead page engine is. This is something that literally you would have to pay. Last year I paid $200 a month for a squeeze page engine. We essentially made it even simpler for another person's service. And we made it simpler for you to do your own. So you can see how cool we made that lead page look. People looking at the form, they're happy. Your eye gets directed over that way. Conversions really help. Of course, this isn't the best picture for selling fixer-upper properties, but you get the idea. Find a good picture that you want, put it in there. And then last, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get out of this lead page. I'm going to go to a different one, and we're going to move on from lead pages, finish with SEO, and then we'll wrap it up with Q&A. And thanks, guys, for holding on here. Let's go ahead and go to this top 10 questions before becoming a private lender report. Once again, this is uploaded into the cash buyer website. So I'm going to, okay, you can see here's the content. I'm just going to click view lead page. This brings it up so we can see what it looks like before. So you can see here, really simple page. There's the form there. Got an arrow there pointing over that really helps with conversions. You got your social media down there so people can share it. Helps with making it more viral. And if you wanted to put a video there, same thing. We've already talked about this. Really simple to do. But let's say you wanted to put some, you wanted your logo at the top. Let's say you wanted your logo up there. Go to the header section, click simple. That's going to display a simple header, which is just your logo. I'm just going to go ahead and refresh. Might be because we haven't uploaded a logo for this one. Yeah, that's the issue. We haven't uploaded a logo for this site. So, okay, there it is right there. So you can see there's the logo. That's our sample logo. phone numbers there. So if you wanted to put your logo and phone number at the top of the lead page, as simple as that. I'm just going to go ahead and go back down and take it off. So I'm going to go to header, make it hidden again, update, done. So you can see, guys and gals, how quick and easily you can start using lead pages and editing them. So the first action item that I would give you if you want to start generating some leads with your lead pages is go to the lead pages section right now. And once we've got some lead pages for you, if you have a cash buyer site, here's the ones that are in there. If you have a motivated seller site, here's the ones that are in there for you. And then you would just go ahead and click view, grab that URL for your lead pages and start marketing it. And it's ready to go from day one. So I'm going to bounce over to questions. Cool. If you guys have questions, shoot them through. I'm going to keep buzzing through them. Now I'm going to show you the SEO stuff because this is really important. Like I said, with this website, we're able to get it ranked on page 1 for the term Klamath Falls Apartments within a week. Like this is within a week of us even buying the domain name. So we bought the domain name, I think it was Tuesday of last week, got the website up the next day, took a couple hours to do these customizations. And then we used the SEO tool for this page. I'm going to show you inside of this page on the SEO tool for this specific page. So I'm inside of this website dashboard. I'm going to go to pages. I'm just going to go to the home page. And you can see here on pages, we've got this little thing right here that says SEO. And there's this little bubble here. And this bubble is going to show you whether the SEO tool says that page is optimized for a specific keyword that you choose. So by default, all of your pages, this little bubble is going to be gray when you get it, because if you want to go in and optimize it for a specific search phrase, I'll show you how to do that. So you can see down here, we optimized this one page. It's green now, which that means it's good. I'm just going to go ahead and click home. And I'm going to show you what we did, because this is something that you can do yourself. If you wanted to go in and update your content on your website, this is kind of a guide so you know, okay, well, heck, I'm not an SEO expert, so I don't know if my content is search engine optimized for this keyword term, if it's going to work. It's no brainer. We make it to where there's no guessing. We tell you, yes, here's your, you put in the keyword phrase you want to rank for, and we're going to tell you if this page is optimized for that phrase to give you a better chance of ranking there. So what I went in and did, and this is a whole nother tutorial. Once again, we have an SEO, search engine optimized training, that will show you how to do some really quick keyword research. And all keyword research is Google has this tool, a free tool, where you can go and see what people are actually typing into Google to find what they're looking for. And I used that tool to type up Klamath Falls Apartments, and I found out that this keyword phrase gets a little over 1,000 searches a month just in Google. So I figured that's probably a really good phrase for me to try to rank for. So I went and bought the domain name klamathfallsapartments.net. Just helps with SEO a little bit. I put in Klamath Falls Apartments here, and as you type in stuff, this little box is going to give you suggestions based on Google what people are already typing in. So every one of these phrases that pops up here are phrases that people are really typing into Google. You would just need to hop over to that keyword tool and see how much searches are happening, so you can decide if it's one you want to optimize for. We suggest that you optimize each page for really one keyword phrase. And we get this question a lot where people say, I invest in 10 different cities. I can't just have We Buy Houses Portland, because I invest in Vancouver and I invest in Salem and all this stuff. And the thing is, each one of your pages should focus in on one keyword phrase. For your home page, really choose what your main city is. Okay, for this website, the main phrase that we wanted to rank for on our home page on this Klamath Falls Apartments one is the term Klamath Falls Apartments. But there's a lot of other phrases that I would love to rank for, like apartments in Klamath Falls or houses for rent in Klamath Falls. Those are also great ones. But I need to choose which one, of course, is going to get me the best results for the homepage. So choose the one. And then if you invest in other cities, let's say your homepage is We Buy Houses Portland, but you invest in Vancouver, create a page called We Buy Houses Vancouver and write content on that. And this tool will help you know whether it's search engine optimized. So put in the phrase, it's going to tell you yes or no whether it's optimized for that. And then up here, it's going to give you a green, yellow, or red Yeah, of course, green is the best. Yellow is okay. Once it gets to green, you're pretty much you're good to go. It's pretty well as optimized as you're going to get it. First thing you want to do is create an SEO title. So start off with that same keyword phrase that you put right there. That's going to be the start of your title. And then maybe put a secondary keyword phrase there. For this one, it was Klamath Falls Apartments for Rent. And then we like to finish it up with the business name. So your actual company name at the end. So that's going to be the title that actually displays in Google. And you can see right there, this is displaying kind of what a Google ad would look like, or the search result in Google would look like. Then down here, this is the description. And our tool, once again, is going to say, okay, did you get the keyword in that description? And once again, you're taking this keyword. You can see right here, it says Klamath Falls Apartments. That's our keyword. It's in there. I typed a quick description. We tell you how long that description can be. And then you click Save. You go up here and click Update. And then our tool is going to give you a page analysis. Go over here to Page Analysis. Now we're going to run through everything that's good and bad about this page. And it took me about 3 or 4 times updating some things, because there were some things that were red in here. There were some things that were yellow that I figured I'll fix those. Just spend a little bit of time on kind of fixing those. So, you know, it says before I didn't have the keyword in the first paragraph of the website, and it was a red. And so I was like, okay, I need to fix the red thing. It says keyword appears in the first paragraph of the copy, red. So I hopped up here, and you can see the very first thing in the copy now. It says Klamath Falls Apartments. So this is dead simple. Our system shows you what to do. It says keyword density is 1.11%, which is great. Before, it said it was like 0.02%. It said I needed to put that keyword in the website a few more times. So I did that, and then it turned green. Before I didn't, my page wasn't long enough, so this was red. So now it says there are 634 words contained in the body copy, which is greater than 300, which is the recommendation for minimum. Changed it, added more copy, it's green. You get the idea here, guys and gals. So our SEO tool is going to help you get that edge in ranking better. So if you're really serious about getting search rankings and you want to do this yourself, you want to learn this yourself, go through some of our tutorials to show you how to do it, but then use this SEO tool on those pages that you want ranked well. Pick a keyword that you're going to optimize that page for. Once again, our system will suggest keywords to you once you start typing. And then try to get as many greens, yeses, and try to get this up to green up there. And that's going to help you. And for some reason, Google wasn't working for me earlier. There's some kind of weird issue with it. Yeah, it keeps on showing there. So for some reason, I can't even bring up Google on my computer right now. But yesterday, at least, and the 2 days before that, if we typed in Klamath Falls Apartments, down there about 8 or 9 on page 1, it said klamathfallsapartments.net, our website. And literally, this is less than 1 week after we bought the domain, far less than a week after we set up the website. And we're on page 1 for a term that gets over 1,000 searches a month. Really, really powerful. That's what you have at your fingertips here, guys and gals. Okay, so Michael, great question. Lead pages are marketed where? Craigslist, Backpage, etc. Awesome question. So we're essentially into the Q&A session now, guys and gals, because we kind of ran through all this stuff. And like I said, we can go into more detail, and we will go into more detail on other trainings, because this one's running way, way longer than I thought, which is awesome. I'm glad I'm able to give you guys some great content and help you get started more quickly. But we will be putting more trainings out on the details of SEO, details of lead pages. We'll give you some Craigslist ads that we've used that are working pretty well, stuff like that. Show you how to do blog posts more effectively and whatnot. But to answer your question, Michael, really, really quickly, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go to Craigslist. So Craigslist can be a great place to generate some leads as long as you're using your time wisely. And the reason I say that is it can also be a big time suck. It can be a waste of time if you're doing it a lot. So there are services out there that will post Craigslist ads for you for pretty cheap. We actually have a service that we're coming out with. We're relaunching, I guess, in about a month. We call it the Lead Pro package, where we'll do stuff for you. In that Lead Pro package, we'll write a blog post a week for you that's search engine optimized for your market. We'll post a Craigslist ad a week for you. And we'll take some videos, your own videos or some of the stock ones that we've done, and upload them through the different video search engines to help get ranked there too. So that's, once again, we don't even offer that right now, so I'm not trying to sell it. But if you want to do it yourself, what I would do is there's a couple different ways. And we'll upload a tutorial on exactly how to do it in more detail, but the quick and dirty on this is go to Craigslist. I went to Phoenix Craigslist, and I'm just going to click apartments and housing. And you can see here, this is people trying to essentially sell their apartments and housing, right? So let's say it's your cash buyer website, and you just listed a new property on your page, which I haven't even showed you this yet. Here's a cash buyer website and a property. There are tutorials that walk you through how to set properties in here. So here's the property listing page on a cash buyer website. It comes complete with Google Maps. You can do that. People could look it on satellite, and like if they really wanted to, they could zoom way the heck down in on top of the house and look at it, you know. Or there's a street view where they can click street view. And this is just a template website or a sample site, guys, so we didn't match up the address with the picture. But you can see people can look across the street and all this kind of stuff. So let's say you had this listing here and you wanted to market this on Craigslist to put something else out there so maybe people could buy it. You can see here that people are already putting all kinds of Craigslist stuff in here. So I'm just going to click one of them. You can see here what they did was they uploaded an image there, or they might be using a different service to actually list their stuff. Let's see this one. Yeah, so this one they just uploaded like an image, and you can do that in Craigslist. We'll show you how to do it. But you can maybe upload an image of the property. You could type a quick little description of the property. And then just like they have here, they have that valleyking.com link. You would put your link to that particular page. For lead pages, let's see, I'm going to see if I can find an example of someone using Craigslist to drive to a lead page. I would send you to ours, but ours already expired. Let's see, I'm just going to go to do We Buy Houses. This is a great way to build a cash buyers list, you guys, is type in We Buy Houses and see who is marketing We Buy Houses. So we paint homes, interiors and exteriors, and we buy houses. They do all kinds of stuff. We Buy Houses fast. So for this one, let's say you posted a Craigslist ad in the community or in the property wanted section or whatever, real estate services, and it's We Buy Houses Fast in Portland. You type in a quick little thing, hey, We Buy Houses Fast, here's what we're looking for. Then put your URL to your lead page that is your We Buy Houses one, or one of your We Buy Houses ones. Let's see if I'm going to go back here and let's just say it's this one. Okay, so grab that URL. And then when you're making your listing in Craigslist, paste that URL on there, tell them to go there to sign up, to sell their house, that kind of thing. Like I said, we're going to have a tutorial that will really show you the details and how to do that kind of stuff. It's pretty simple, though. Yeah, Ron, great question. Will you create a Craigslist ad generator? That's one of the things that we've got rolling, that we've got in the pipeline. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be coming out, but here in the next 30 to 45 days, like I said, the lead page section is going to be different. And then after that, we're going to be putting the Craigslist ad generator. So here in the future, there will be the lead pages. There will be the actual URL to your lead page, so you wouldn't have to go in there and copy. You could just go click copy, and the URL to that lead page will be in there. And then there will be a little button that says generate Craigslist ad. You'll click it. It'll generate a text-based Craigslist ad for that you can just copy and put in there. So that's something that we don't have right now, but it is in the works. So great question. And these are all things that you'll get upgraded with these for free. You won't be paying extra for them, of course. Laney, thanks for joining, Laney. So your question, are we associated with David? Yeah, so David, for those of you who aren't working with a gentleman named David who's generating traffic for you, we are actually the preferred website builders because we honestly create the best ones out there. And good friends with David, been working with him for years, and we develop the websites for them. So if you have questions, Laney, about your website, email us anytime. This video, I know you popped in late, but this video walks through how to use the website system. So there will be a recording for it, and we're going to be sending out an email with the recording page so you can bounce back through and watch it if you want to. But if there's no more questions, I see a couple things coming through here. I'm going to bounce through, finish this presentation off really quick. So coming this summer, a few things. Once again, we're going to have a built-in email marketing system. So that's something that currently our system captures leads, and it puts the leads into a very simple lead database, and it's here under the forms section in entries. So you can click entries at any time, and all of your opt-in entries will be right here. It'll say, you know, what they submitted. You could click it, you could download the entry, you could export the entries and put them in something else. But right now, that's our simple system. And automatically, when someone does, let's say, opt in to get your free report, the system sends out an email to them, which you can edit the email. You can do a lot of kind of stuff. There's tutorials that show you how to do that. Or you can currently integrate your forms with Aweber, which is an email marketing service, or MailChimp. And we do those integrations awesome. But we're actually going to be adding in, like I said, built-in email marketing into this platform this summer. So we're talking June sometime, maybe start of July is when we're going to be having the email marketing built in there, so you won't have to have another system. We're going to have more help tutorials and a community forum to help you really answer all these questions. We're going to keep on doing these weekly calls. Some of them are going to be for advanced stuff. Some of them are going to be getting started beginner stuff. We're going to have the done for you Craigslist ads in the system, some videos for our Lead Pro members, where we're going to have done for you videos that you can use and train and put out there. And we're going to be doing a massive redesign of the main dashboard that I told you about. So going up here, once again, this is the dashboard. Right now, this is the way that your dashboard works. We're going to have website stats in there in about a month and a half. We're going to have tutorials. We're going to have tips that will help you say, hey, here's 3 tips on how to get traffic to your website this week. You click it and it'll give you tips. So the dashboard's a big redesign we've got happening. Once again, we're going to have a simpler, more powerful lead page process, which is going to be killer. Easier way to create a logo if you don't have one. And we're already working on some other types of websites. If you do multifamily, or if you have rental properties, if you're buying notes or short sales or commercial or mini storage, we already have those in the works. And like I already showed you, this one right here is my personal website that I set up for myself last week. That's already ranking really, really well. We're already getting traffic to it within a week, just by using the SEO generator, the SEO tool. So this website right here is for an apartment. So we're essentially going to take this website that I created for my own apartments and make it to where people who have rental properties can then have a website for rental properties if they want. So anyway, a lot going on. Ways to get help other than this call. All the time, you can hit us up on live chat, guys and gals. So if you have questions, go to our website, oncarrot.com. Once again, we're switching over to that domain on Thursday fully. Currently, as of today, if you were to go to reitheme.com, that's where live chat is as well. But live chat, we're there from 10 in the morning till 5, sometimes a little bit after 5 o'clock during the weekdays, Pacific time. Hit us up there. We love talking with our members. Email support. Send email support questions to support@oncarrot.com. We get back to them during the week within 24 hours. Most of the time, we try to get back within the day. We have a small team, but just be patient with us. And then our help section, which is help.oncarrot.com. That's where we are even actively right now uploading new tutorials, new videos, things like that. So if you have questions that aren't answered in the help section, come to us, hit us up with a live chat or with an email. We'll answer them there, and then we'll get that answer into the help section ASAP. So we're here. We're really dedicated to make sure that this system is killer for you and easiest to use as possible. So if you have questions, once again, or you're having problems with anything, let us know, because we're here for you. If there's no other questions, okay, so Michael, question, will data that is coming in from our lead pages, website, etc., be brought into programs like RealFlow or FreedomSoft? So that's a great question, Michael, and that's something that honestly we'll need to be able to log into someone's RealFlow account or FreedomSoft account and see how they work, because our system is really, really flexible. The problem is a system is whether their system is flexible or not. So if you can create an opt-in form, on RealFlow or FreedomSoft that will let you get an embed code, so we'll let you create a code where you could put that form on another website, then the answer is yes. You could take that code and we'll show you in the tutorials how to take that code and make that your opt-in form on all the pages. Okay, so if they're flexible, if they let you do that, then the answer is yes. I don't know if they let you do that. Another thing that you could do is, and this is more manual, it's not ideal at all, but in our system, you can actually export your leads. So let's say once a week or once a day or whatever it would be, you take the leads that come in. So I'm just going to go to forms, and you can see here entries, and there's import and export. So at any time, you can export your leads from the form. So export entries, and let's say I'm just going to select a form. I'm going to select this one right here. I mean, there's no leads that have came into this on this demo site, but then you would just select, on that form what stuff you wanted to come over, and then click download export file. And like I said, this is a manual way. If RealFlow and FreedomSoft don't create an embed code for their forms, it's a manual way to do it. But this will give you a CSV file, so like an Excel file kind of, with all this data. And then I'm pretty sure probably in FreedomSoft or RealFlow you could probably upload contacts, I would hope. If not, it's pretty limited. But that really depends on their system. Like I said, our system is really flexible to that. It's whether theirs is flexible. Some of those systems really try to tie you into their stuff, so they don't let you put their forms on other pages, and they don't let you import stuff. If these do, then awesome. Okay, cool, Michael. So yeah, if you can upload data through like a CSV file, then you could export all this stuff from your forms through, go to Forms, Import Export, select the form you want to do, and then select the fields, click download. That'll give you that file. Then you can do that upload. Kind of a pain in the rear, but it would work. I guess one other note is any leads that come in, automatically you get an email for them. So if someone opts into a free report, or they submitted their home information, you're going to get an email saying, hey, new lead came in, here's the information. So you're always going to have that info right there as well. Yeah, really great stuff. So anyway, it was a lot longer than I was expecting once again, but I think we really dove in and got a lot done today. And I went in some things beyond the basic getting started stuff, just from some questions. But like I said, I didn't show you even half of what this system can do. I just showed you the things that are kind of important for you to do, the most common things that people use that you can get rolling in the next week. For more advanced stuff, we'll have other trainings on them or hit us with questions. A couple more questions are coming in. Ron, so when you set up your email marketing this summer, we won't have to use Aweber or MailChimp, correct? Correct. Jordan, good to see you, man, fellow Oregonian. So when a lead opts in, are we able to see where they came from and what they searched for? As of right now, by default, the answer is no. That's another one of the things that we are working into, where you'd be able to tell. I'm just going to go here to entries. This is something, same thing, in the next month and a half, possibly 60 days, depending on how fast we're able to push out the other stuff. Once a lead is in here, and this is a bad example because this is my template site, which doesn't have anything, any leads, it would show you, will show you stats where you can like click the lead information. We'll show you when they opted in, what page they opted in on, what search term they opted in from. So all that stuff is coming. Or something that you can always do is you can integrate Google Analytics. So if you use Google Analytics to track your website stats, you can do that. I mean, I'm just going to go here. It's really easy for you to put in your Google Analytics code. So go to Settings, go up to Google Analytics, and then you just put your tracking code that Google Analytics gives you and save it. And then from there, if you really wanted to get really fancy with tracking opt-ins and all that kind of stuff, from there you'd be able to track where people landed on your site from, what search terms they're typing, and that kind of thing. And then once we roll out our analytics that will be on the dashboard, like I said, a lot's happening in the next couple months, we'll be able to give you a lot of that data, but we do make it more flexible and easy for you. If you really want to get a ton of data, that you won't want to get insanely detailed about how people are getting your site, traffic, all kinds of stuff, tracking conversion rates, just set up a free Google Analytics account, plunk in your code there, and automatically your entire website's going to be tracked in your Google Analytics account now. Good question. Jordan, good question. Laney, definitely. Okay, cool. Awesome on that. Okay, cool. So, Laney, good question. Do the sites you build first have a privacy policy? I'm having a problem with a site I subscribe to. So, yes, the website that you'll get does have a privacy policy, and this Google loves privacy policies. This helps with SEO. So I'm just going to scroll down here. You can see how this is a demo site that I literally set up this morning, and you can see that today we kind of mess with some stuff just to show you guys how it works. But privacy policy, every one of your websites that are set up on our system has a privacy policy. It's linked to at the bottom. You can go in and change the privacy policy if you want to. But yes, they do have privacy policies on the site. Awesome. Well, if there's no other questions, guys and gals, I've got to bounce. This is recorded. We'll get the recording up online tomorrow. We'll send out an email to all y'all. If you weren't able to make it on the call and you're watching this recording, awesome. Make sure you make the next calls live so you can ask questions. And we're going to be doing calls like this every week. Like I said, some of them will be the exact same call I just did, just with different people. Some of them are going to be more advanced, where we're going to dive into really diving into the lead page function for a half an hour, 45 minutes. So keep an eye out in your email box from emails from us. We're going to help you use your InvestorCarrot system more effectively. And once again, as we build out these things, as we make things simpler, because we've got a lot of features that we're going to be putting in here soon, and we're going to be simplifying things more, please hit us with feedback, because just as you guys are trying to build your real estate investment businesses, and you have to tweak things and test things and figure out what works and change things to make them better, we're doing the same thing here. And every day we're getting feedback from our members like yourself, and using that feedback to make the system better, to make it simpler. So please keep on hitting us with feedback through the support, which is support at oncarrot.com. Or always, guys, you can go here. Go to help.oncarrot.com. And this is where we're going to be piling in our training tutorials. We're going to be changing this. We're going to be putting a big old search function in here for now. You can use the search function up top here, or go to the ticket section. If you have feedback or an idea or a problem, go to the ticket section, submit us a support ticket, or send the email to support@oncarrot.com. So thank you, guys. Thanks for coming on. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk soon.